Hi, this is Investigation 6 for Diversity of Life, and this vocab is on plants. So we're going to start with reviewing the scientific method, and control. We're going to be running experiments in the classroom, and control is the standard against which an experiment is compared. So in other words, the control is not subjected to the experimental variable. So in the picture I have here, you have what's called the control group. It's got soil, water, and sunlight that's involved in this control group. And you can see in the variable group, it's got the same thing, soil, water, and sunlight, but there's a variable added, energy drink. And this energy drink will make sense when you watch the short little 2-minute video in the next slide. So when talking about experiments, there's the control and the variable, and you have the dependent and the independent variables. So watch this short little clip about an experiment with two plants, and the control is soil, water, sunlight in the plant, and the variable group is the soil, water, sunlight, same plant, but then energy drink is added. So go ahead and watch the video. And in that video, you should have seen that independent variable is the one that the scientists can control. So in that video, it was the energy drink is the independent variable. The dependent variable in that clip was the outcome, the growth of the plant. Did the energy drink, the independent variable, affect the growth of the plant, which the growth of the plant would be the dependent variable. We're also going to be looking at experiments that have to do with xylem and phloem. Phloem is a new vocab word. Xylem and phloem go together in a plant. One carries water, which you already know, the xylem. And phloem is a tube-like structure that carries food throughout the plant. So how you can keep these straight is phloem, food, kind of sound the same. Not sound the same, but start the same, phloem, food, whereas xylem carries water. So here's kind of a very simplistic view of what xylem and phloem would be in any plant. Xylem, you can see that the arrow is going up because xylem carries water and you only get water from the soil. Whereas phloem, they have the arrow going both ways because, of course, the leaves are going to make the food, and that food has to go everywhere to the plant. It has to feed the roots, the stems, and the leaves. So phloem, food. And just to review, xylem is a tube-like structure that carries water throughout the plant. So they're both tube-like structures. One carries water, one carries food. Stomates are like little pores or holes in the leaves that can open and close, depending on if it's a sunny day, depending on if the plant is healthy and has lots of water. It all depends on those variables. So what do stomates look like? They're specialized cells found in the leaves of plants. So in this picture, this would be a cell, this would be a normal cell, a cell, but then you have this odd-looking cell and this odd-looking cell, and then this opening in the middle is the stomate. So the stomate is like a hole in the leaves of plants. You saw those kind of unusual looking cells on the side of the stomate. These specialized cells allow the exchange of gases through the stomates. So in this picture, you have two stomates. This stomate is open, this one is closed. And it's the guard cells around it that dictate when it should open and when it should close. This is a closed stomate. This is a guard cell. Guard cell. Stomate is just the hole, but it's not open. Guard cell, stomate. Guard cell, stomate, which is open. So what do these stomates and guard cells have to do with plants? Well, it's called transpiration. Definition: transpiration allows water to flow up the plant, exiting the stomates. So you look at the big trees outside, and have you ever wondered, how does water go from the roots to the very top of a 50-foot tree? That's against gravity. So how does that happen? This picture kind of shows how it happens. When it rains, of course, the ground gets saturated, and we know now that the roots take up the water. But how? How does that water move against gravity? Well, it's transpiration and the guard cell, or stomates, excuse me. When you get rain and there's plenty of water in the soil, the plant's stomates will open up when it's sunny, and that causes the plant to draw the water up through the plant. Much like evaporation happens, this is a little bit different because it's within the plant, so we call it transpiration. The stomates open up and allow the water to flow up the plant so the plant can use it where needed, and what it doesn't use, the excess goes out of the leaves from the stomates. In the form of a gas, of course, we don't walk around and see water coming out of leaves. It is in the form of a gas, but that's how water moves up a plant. It's called transpiration, and it's all because of the stomates. And that concludes Investigation 6, Vocab.